You know guys, before I start today's video, something needs to be addressed right here, right now. And it's what you're watching in the background, okay? Now feast your eyes on Modern Warfare 2019 Part 3, Slowed, otherwise known as MW 2019 Part 2, which I have not played in about maybe like 2.5 months now at this point. Yeah, the Scadmaster ran out of gameplays unfortunately, so I'm gonna spend like maybe an hour and a half just collecting gameplays for like the next 2 weeks or some shit, and I think that should be the last of this game that you'll ever see on this channel. But anyways guys, today we are talking about SBMM once again. Why are we talking about this for like the third time in a week? Well, not only is it doing pretty well on the channel, by the way, thank you guys so much for 19,000 fucking subscribers, holy shit. But on top of that, there is a little bit of new news that came out recently that I never talked about on the channel, which is actually kind of good news, but then when you talk about SBMM paired with it, yeah, it's not so good news. But you guys remember how Microsoft is taking over Activision, which is a great thing because Bobby Cosby is no longer in charge after the new year. Thankfully, we never need to see that fat, nasty rat bastard ever the fuck again. But I think it got a lot of people's hopes up, not only for the quality of Call of Duties going forward with Microsoft, but specifically with SBMM. And I'm gonna say something that I feel like a lot of people are gonna be surprised by. Guys, I don't think SBMM is going anywhere, even with Microsoft in charge. Like, I think SBMM is here with Call of Duty permanently, like, fucking forever. And while that completely and utterly sucks, you guys know what the point of this entire channel is. Now, a lot of you guys might think it's about, you know, complaining and ranting and hating for views and shit like that. No, the entire premise of my channel, at least for like the last 2.5, 3 years, has literally been me talking mad shit and just waiting to be proven wrong, just to never be proven wrong. And this is no different. Guys, I'm calling that SBMM's probably gonna stay here forever, and it is up to Activision and Microsoft and I guess slightly Sledgehammer Games to prove me wrong. And hopefully, I can shut my stupid mouth up about SBMM. Now, this tweet came out from the guy who runs Charlie Intel, and he's really what got me thinking about this, but the amount of people who think Xbox leadership will get rid of SBMM in Call of Duty is so funny. It's not going anywhere. Guys, it is very, very, very simple, and this was actually a reply to that tweet, and if I'm not mistaken, this is coming out from one of my own subscribers, so if you see this, you know, shout out to you. But Xbox Nightmare says, why would you ruin / change up a guaranteed money printing machine? And that is exactly right. Guys, when it comes to money, I don't care if it's Activision, I don't care if it's Microsoft, it could be your fucking local restaurant, okay? Any company, any corporation, you know what they're looking forward to. You know, I'm not gonna get too in depth into the politics of this, but it's like a well-known fact. You know all of this shit at the end of the day is about money. And while Microsoft might have good intentions with Call of Duty in the future, if SBMM's gonna bring them a lot of money, I think they're gonna stick to it. And before people start talking about, oh, why are you complaining about SBMM, Fooly? It's a skill issue. You fucking fat, demented manatee. I've mentioned this before in my previous videos. If you need a recap, go back there and just watch the videos. If you think this is about a skill issue and not anything deeper than that, you're fucking stupid. Like, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I think every single human being deserves one non-cancelable offense towards motherfuckers with the lowest IQ possible, aka people who defend SBMM. Like the Scadmaster's willing to take that shit to Congress, honestly. People who think it's a skill issue and not about rigging your entire gameplay experience over some fucking cash and change that's given out by a bunch of fucking morons and gooch lickers. Yeah. Get a fucking grip. Guys, in my last few videos, I've really been talking about how Activision and Sledgehammer and all these other developers are actively pushing you to spend money in the game, and SBMM and EOMM definitely tie into that. If you guys want a prime example of this in real time, check out this tweet by Doug Dimmadome Warzone. He says, the fact there's a gun screen that auto collects souls for you, but it's locked behind a paywall pisses me off more than the usual microtransaction BS for some reason. Watching the players who kill me having souls just fly to them in the kill cam while I have to get my own, and then angry emoji face like a fucking weirdo. And pretty much, if you have no idea how this ties into SBMM and EOMM, maybe if you were just decent at the game and you could just collect more throughout the game, then this challenge wouldn't be so tedious. But the thing is, Infinity Ward, like the jackasses they are, paired with Activision, made this challenge so unbelievably boring and tedious, and you gotta play the game and nobody wants to fucking do that, I'll tell you that much right now. And then you start fucking with their games and their experience, you give them shitters on their team, going against people on fucking 3 ping and they're on like 79 ping. Who do you think is gonna have an easier time, okay? And it's gonna push these people to eventually cave in and buy it, as said here by who else? Doug Dimmadome fucking Warzone. I caved in and bought it, like the fucking gooch licker he is. And thus, that is the cycle that SBMM and EOMM will put you in addition to the microtransaction bullshit that goes on in the game. They know it's gonna be difficult. They know it's gonna be boring and tedious. SBMM's definitely not gonna make it any easier on you. If anything, it's gonna make it way harder. And they're gonna actively push you to spend money to get this fucking challenge done. And then the Ghost of Hope actually replied to this saying, gave into getting a shitty cosmetic that'll be useless in a week. Yikes. And Doug responds with, I mean, I'm making a video about it too. It's not just like I bought it to help me get souls. Oh, Doug, what are we gonna do with you, man? We already sent him to the gulag. I don't know what else to do with him. This is some real gooch licking shit. This is the type of shit that keeps SBMM and EOMM in the fucking loop. And for those of you that don't really understand what EOMM is, it's engagement optimized matchmaking, meaning they are trying to keep you engaged in the game. How do we do that? With shitty challenges, with a decent camo at the very end of it, but it's so annoying and tedious to get that after you've been engaged long enough and you're tired of the bullshit, you just go out there and just give charity to Activision. In addition to that, this is really where the rigging comes into your matchmaking and your experience. I could play this game right here, Modern Warfare 2019 Part 2, and I can guarantee you right now, even without playing this shit for months, I'm probably gonna have the most kills in this fucking lobby. My teammates are about to be a bunch of fucking Stephen Hawkings, and the enemy team's gonna be on like 4 ping. And you could even say that EOMM is working on me if I'm playing the fucking game right now. And I'll tell you guys right now, if I were dog shit at this game, and if it wasn't like the easiest thing to pick up right here, right now, you know, I'm a full-time student with a full-time job, I don't really have all that much time to go and explore different games and play them. This is very easy, just plug and play. I get a gameplay for you guys, voila, there's a fucking video for you guys tomorrow. That's really the reason I'm playing this. I don't give a fuck about this event, I don't care about the camo, I don't care about how I perform in the game, but I will tell you one thing. I am a minuscule tiny fraction of a percentage compared to the rest of the COD community that is littered with gooch lickers and people that defend SBMM for whatever ungodly fucking reason, who do get tricked by this shit, and they do buy bundles. They get fucking cream pied by somebody in the fucking Hannibal Lecter skin, and then the next day they go and buy it themselves for 25 bucks. That is literally what the premise of SBMM is nowadays. So yeah, I'm telling you guys that the shit is here to stay. I absolutely fucking hate it, and I'll tell you guys once again, I was actually enjoying slight bits and pieces of the MW 2019 Part 3, but the thing that was really killing it for me, aside from it just getting boring because it's a fucking reskin of the last game that we just played, it's SBMM, guys. This shit is sweaty as a motherfucker, okay? And like I said, if you want my more in-depth thoughts on SBMM and the people that defend SBMM, literally just check out my last SBMM video. I responded to a lot of dumb motherfuckers, okay? Like a lot of real stupid people. Like guys, it is to the point where I genuinely don't believe gooch lickers, Infinity Ward fans, and SBMM defenders deserve human rights. Is that fucked up to say? Yes, I know it is, okay? And some of you guys might be thinking, oh, Fooly, like, you're going to fucking hell, man, I swear to God. And I'll tell you one thing right now, I probably am, okay? Like, the second I get down there, the fucking red guy downstairs, I'm slide canceling on him, I'm shitting on him, I'm shooting his body, I'm pissing on him. He's a fucking pisser compared to the Scatmaster, okay? Guys, SBMM, it is a fucking virus. It is a fucking disease. Back then, yes, we had a different form of SBMM, and I'm not saying that SBMM needs to completely disappear and be wiped out. It is not my goal to just shit on noobs every single goddamn game like I'm going fucking 90-0 every goddamn game against somebody going 3-27. That is not what my goal is. It has never been my goal to do that. Do I just so happen to do that because I'm the Scad Master and a lot of these people are gooch lickers and by default they suck at the game? Yes. but I don't constantly yearn for that. Does that make sense? Of course, I do like competition. There's a reason I'm a top 3% COD player in the goddamn game. There's a reason I have this skin that I have that I earned. Okay, I didn't have to buy this because I'm not a pisser. I earned it by shitting on gooch lickers. That is literally how I got the skin. I too like competition, but there's a reason that you don't see me posting MW2 gameplay. There's a reason that I haven't touched this game in 2 months. It's because if I try to play public matches, not only is it boring because Infinity Ward doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, but the skill-based matchmaking, why wouldn't I just go play ranked play? And I've already achieved what I wanted to achieve in ranked play. When I want to hop in pubs and just get a gameplay casually, at least 2.5 months ago, I couldn't fucking do it because it was annoying. Fast forward to the present day, I'm getting gameplays and I literally, quite literally, do not care what happens in the background gameplay anymore. SBMM will literally drain you. That is what it does. It creates the most repetitive, rigged experience that you could possibly have, all for the sake of somebody on the other end of it feeling accomplished, feeling like they're gonna keep on playing the game. And who knows, maybe they buy the next $25 Osama bin Laden skin. Congrats, Infinity Ward. Congrats, Activision and Bobby goddamn Cosby, you fat fucking gremlin. It is very, very often that people disagree with what I have to say. It makes sense. I would disagree with me too. If I'm saying SBMM is going to stay here forever, I want Microsoft and Activision and Sledgehammer Games to prove me wrong and shut me the fuck up. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. Do you think SBMM is here to stay because they gain money out of it? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.